The Brahma Kumaris celebrate the progress made in raising global consciousness about the triple threat of biodiversity loss, pollution, and climate change. However, the earth, the blue pearl, is in great danger, and it may only be a spiritual consciousness that gives us the power to make further advancements and implement a benevolent change. To truly awaken a flourishing future, something is needed to bring about an attitudinal shift and deep commitment in people's hearts and minds. Spiritual power from within can impart hope and help everyone make difficult yet essential sustainable choices. Since 1937, the Brahma Kumaris, a worldwide spiritual organization, have been dedicated to helping awaken people to a set of higher values for the common good. As an international NGO accredited to the United Nations Framework on Climate Change, the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, and the United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity, we have brought our spiritual knowledge to many of the environmental contexts in which the UN serves. As a contribution to the UNCCD COP15 in Montreal, we offer some inspirations and examples of initiatives through this virtual exhibition platform, and we invite everyone who cares for Mother Earth to join us. Sister Jenti Kirpalani, Additional Administrative Head of the Brahma Kumaris, shares her understanding of how spiritual awareness impacts human actions and the importance of upholding the integrity of our rich, biodiverse and interdependent home, the intricate web of life. How our thoughts, feelings and attitude create vibrations which affect all aspects of Mother Nature. We humbly invite you to learn about our practical initiatives such as sustainable yogic agriculture, where natural farming is coupled with the fertilizer of positive thoughts to bear greater results. India One Solar Thermal Power Plant, a 1 megawatt electrical research and demonstration project where locally developed storage enables continuous power generation. And Kalp Tara, an innovative forest restoration program. In this presentation, examples of environmental actions in the physical world are intertwined with moments of reflection and contemplation powered by spiritual consciousness. We do hope you will enjoy with us this journey toward life in harmony with nature.
Spirituality teaches us that there has to be respect for nature. Nature has sustained us with its abundance since millennia from the beginning of time, and will continue to do so till the end, whenever that may be. But we're definitely hastening the end, and who knows when and how that will happen. And so the first lesson, nature sustains us and will continue to do so only if we respect and honor nature and continue to respect and look after nature and sustain nature also. The second aspect is the subject of violence. If there's violence in human consciousness, then that violence expresses itself against nature and humanity, of course. But once we realize that recognizing the sacredness, the sanctity and the beauty of nature means that we respect nature, we also then learn to have non-violence in our dealings with absolutely every single aspect of life. respect for human beings, non-violence against human beings, and then also doing no harm. Ahimsa means to do no harm to any aspect of the living web of life. Another thing that we've also understood is that living creatures actually have souls, and they have emotions and feelings. There's a lot of research that tells us this. Another thing that's very interesting is that our vibrations impact not just animals and sentient beings, but they also impact biology, all aspects of biology. Our vibrations impact our physiology, but our vibrations also impact plants and trees and all the things that are here to help us survive and give us that nourishment that we need. But it's very important to understand that we don't control nature, but we can contribute in a beautiful way to sustain nature if we choose to do so. We're at a very critical time when we now know that so many hundreds and hundreds of species have been destroyed already. At this moment, it's time to take a pause and really go deep inside and ask ourselves the question, what does life depend on? And what is it I can do to support life on all levels?
In 2007, at the time when in India many farmers got impoverished, a few farmers practicing Raj Yoga in Maharashtra, India, started experimenting with an arid plot of land where nothing would grow. For over a year, the soil was left without any chemical fertilizers and pesticides, but it was enriched with thought-based meditation practices. There was such a remarkable turnaround in the soil quality and the biodiversity of that plot. This became the seed for what is now a global grassroots initiative. This is how sustainable yogic agriculture became a research project coordinated by the Rural Development Wing of the Brahma Kumaris. In response to ever-growing needs and a deep spiritual query, farmers have asked themselves, could the power of thought be a new fertilizer that leads to better food security? Sustainable yogic agriculture refers to agricultural and farming practices which involve bioorganic and natural inputs along with application of positive thinking, pure feelings and peaceful feelings, and mind power, which involves modern farming with traditional knowledge. It offers farmers an ancient method integrating meditative practices in their daily lifestyle. Thus, it involves not only macro energy and materials, but also micro energy as well as metaphysical input in terms of positive vibrations, right from the stage of seedbed preparation, sowing, through to harvesting and storage. This has resulted in lower costs to farmers and reduced the pressure on the environment. Other benefits have been improvement in farmers' emotional well-being and enhanced community resilience. Also, early data collected through a field study in Gujarat suggested an improved seed quality and increase in crop yield. Nowadays, about 1,000 farmers throughout India are combining organic farming with meditation, and it shows remarkable results. As farmers gain confidence, the impact they're able to have on their crops through meditating is enhanced. A few farmers have also started to experiment with these ideas in Australia, Greece, Italy, Mauritius, South Africa, and Switzerland.
Gratitude. What am I grateful for when I reflect on the great green wall? It is growing, a word wonder. The great green wall is taking root in Africa's Sahel region, at the southern edge of the Sahara Desert, one of the poorest places on the planet. Millions of people there are already facing the devastating impact of climate change. Persistent droughts, lack of food, conflicts over exhausting natural resources, and mass migration are just some of the many consequences. The Great Green Wall is about much more than growing trees. It's about improving millions of lives. It is growing fertile land, which is one of humanity's most precious natural assets. It is growing biodiversity to bring life to the degraded ecosystem. It is growing a wall of hope against poverty. It is growing food security for the millions that go hungry every day. It is growing green jobs, giving real incomes to families across the Sahel. It is growing a reason to stay, to help break the cycle of migration. What do I feel? I feel a lot of appreciation for those people suffering due to climate change, and I am grateful for their dignity, courage, and resilience. I am sending from my heart my love and my inner power to them. My heart is full of gratitude for people who are involved and committed to this wonder, who are engaged in a mosaic of initiatives, for their inspiration, perseverance, and enthusiasm, for facing all obstacles, bouncing back, and moving forward no matter what. I am sending my feelings of respect to them and good wishes for their continued efforts. Nature, the one that never gives up, always is ready to heal and return to harmony if we only allow her to do it. I am deeply grateful for nature's selflessness, unlimitedness, and abundance. I can see the flourishing ecosystem across the Sahel region, bringing health, wealth, and happiness to all the people. And finally, I am grateful for myself, that I can hear the call of time. I recognize the need to act, and I have the inner power and motivation to do it. I have a connection with the divine light, spreading the rays of hope and love to all living beings, the land, the plants, all animals of the Sahel region. Gratitude is the greatest power to make the impossible possible, to grow the great wonder.
In meditation, I visualize myself sitting at the bottom of the gigantic genealogical tree of humanity, being aware of the enormous root system connecting humanity with matter. I become aware of the positive energy required to connect and transform the thoughtless ways the human species uses and abuses the elements. I visualize a new and generous way to relate to matter, to connect to earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And I concentrate in spreading this very beautiful and new energy coming from within me. Coming from within my awareness outwards throughout the whole energetic system of my body, of my soul, my thoughts, towards this beautiful home of ours. A new way to act, being free from the weight of past actions, whilst also creating new, pure and positive ways to relate to each action and to Mother Nature.
Madam Chair, ladies and gentlemen, my sisters and brothers, thank you very much for this opportunity. I would like to invite you for a peaceful, quiet, personal moment to relax and recharge. This time is for you. So let us explore our inner resources and how we can use them in the conscious way in the journey from scarcity to prosperity. Having heard so many things, so many challenges in front of us, so many opportunities and solutions, let's take a moment and reflect and empower the self. Let's become still. I am the part of the solution to restore the degraded land. I feel the peacefulness inside me growing. And as the peace grows, my power grows. Peace and power. This is my true nature. And in this light of consciousness, I can see the earth, the blue pearl floating in the outer space. I realize that the earth itself has potential to heal. And with my clarity of what I can do, and with my power of love, I know it is possible. So not only my hope gets ignited, but I get confidence that it will happen. Thank you very much.
All human souls are indigenous to an inner dimension of silence and peace, our spiritual home, the place where we can meet the source of infinite, pure spiritual power. There is a sanctuary of spiritual light which we can all connect to by remembering our divine consciousness. It is from this spiritual consciousness that our relationship with ourselves, others, and with the biodiversity of the planet can truly be transformed. Cultivating a consciousness which promotes care, mutuality, and sufficiency for all living beings will help us make the lifestyle choices and collective decisions about the policies and the practices we implement on the global scale, and it will leave a blueprint for an ecological civilization. It is a pivotal time to recognize the sacredness of biodiversity on this beautiful blue planet, and an auspicious time for spiritual regeneration and strengthening our divine consciousness. We invite each of us to engage in experiments of silence and stillness to awaken our hearts and minds and create a world of ecological harmony.